Alright, I seen y'all like the last story time, so I'm back with another story time. This is the story time about the time I had to hide a gun in school. And once again, this video sponsored by Celsius. Alright, so I'm from Newport News, Virginia. I was going to a new school in Hampton, Virginia. I didn't really get kicked out, but I had got too much complaints. I got too much phone calls home at my school in Newport News, so my mama felt like Hampton would be better, even though Hampton was the same way. I just got too much complaints. I was skipping class a lot. I went to Hampton school. I mean, it ain't really getting no better. I won't skip in class no more though, because the school I went to in Hampton was way smaller than the one I went to in Newport News. In Hampton, I didn't really have no reason to skip class. I made friends act like real fast. Yeah, so on my first day, I had made a couple friends. I made, matter of fact, a lot of friends, matter of fact. This one particular dude, he came up to me, his fake name was Jerry. Nah, I ain't gonna do that, that's too. You gotta still be realistic, like it gotta be a black name. Jerry ain't really, all right, I'm gonna say John. That's still like a white name, but it could be a white and a black name. So yeah, all right, John, that's his name. Yeah, so I met John on my first day. He was the first one to come up to me and talk to me. No, let's make a name for this other person, because John is actually the perfect name for the person I was just talking about. But I didn't meet him first. I met, let's make a name for him. I'm gonna say Nick. So Nick, I didn't meet John first, I met Nick first. So Nick, I met him first. So yeah, Nick came up to me on my first day. As soon as I walked into class, yeah, me and my brother, when we first got there, we had got like a walk around basically the school, and they just showing us like all the classes and stuff at, you're gonna be hearing this fire thing. You're gonna be hearing this fire alarm a lot because I'm black. I live in a black household. So we never changed the battery to the fire alarm. You gonna keep hearing that. Just imagine you playing like a nigga simulator. After they had showed us around the school and stuff, my brother had went to his class. I went to my class. I sat down and Nick was the first person to come up to me. Nick came up to me. It was just talking. I don't remember what we was talking about, but he just came up to me talking. We was cool already off rip. Sponsored by Celsius. John was friends with Nick already before I came there, so when Nick started talking to me, John was automatically gonna be cool with me too. Now I had made a little friend group at the new school, John and Nick. I met a couple other people, but they're not really important to the story. The most important person in this story is John. Now that you got the backstory, a couple of months of me going to the school. No, I ain't even gonna say a couple months, like a couple weeks of me going to the school. It felt like a couple months, that's why I said a couple months. It was like I was already used to everything. I was used to the building, I was used to the classrooms and everything. A particular day, for some reason, John decided to bring his BB gun to school. So it wasn't a real gun, it was a BB gun. For the people that had a BB gun before, it's like a real gun. It's metal, it's heavy like a real gun. I think we were switching classes. Me and John, and there was a couple other people, we decided to go to the bathroom. Huh? As weird as that is, a whole bunch of middle school boys going to the bathroom. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, I was in middle school at this time. It was me and some other people and John. We had all went to the bathroom, and John, he had his book bag, because we had lockers, but we didn't really use them. Everybody used to just carry their stuff around with them. So John had his book bag. This was back then, so this was before we had to wear clear book bags and stuff like that. This is one of the reasons we had to wear clear book bags now. Well, the people in high school, I just graduated in May, so I ain't gotta worry about that no more. John, we was in the bathroom and he pulled out his BB gun. I guess he just wanted to show it off. He wanted to show us that he had a BB gun. So he pulled it out in the bathroom. I was in middle school. I had seen a real gun before, but I just seen it. Well, I'd never touched one. So when he pulled out his BB gun, I thought it was real. So I was like, oh, you got a gun. I asked him, can I hold it? He let me hold it. It was loaded with BBs. I was like real childish when I was younger, so I didn't ask him, I didn't warn nobody, I just shot it. He had plastic bullets in his, but yeah, I knew it was plastic BBs in it, and I decided to shoot it. And I shot it at the wall. It made like a loud pop noise, but it wasn't like loud enough to the point where somebody need to, like a security guard, it wasn't loud enough to the point we can get caught. I didn't know this though. It could have been loud as a real gun, but I just shot it not caring. I was just looking at it like a toy gun, because I'm like, it's not a real gun, it's a BB gun. Everybody in the bathroom like, oh, whoa. Some people ran out the bathroom. He just put it back in his book bag. For some reason, I don't think he had a locker, but we didn't use locker. I mean, some people use their lockers but most, like literally majority of the sixth grade, we was in sixth grade, majority of the sixth grade, they didn't use their lockers. Yeah, for some reason, he didn't have a locker. So he was like nervous all day, like, cause he had it in school. I don't even know why he bought it, but I think what happened was we had too much people in the bathroom with us. So when we had went back to our next class, we was in math class to be specific. Since there was so much people in the bathroom, somehow everybody in the class, well, most of the people in the class found out that he had it. But it was this one particular girl. I don't know how you can be this off as a kid. We was all in 6th grade. I don't know how you can be this off in 6th grade, but she was like off. I don't know what was wrong with her. I don't know what she was going through at home, but she was like crazy. We all used to like talk about each other. We was in 6th grade. We all used to like talk about each other and stuff. People used to like to particularly pick on her because we would like be entertained by the reaction she would give. She was known for like having these little flash outs, little temper tantrum moments all the time. So she was known for that. She used to have temper tantrums a lot. I just realized something. This whole time I've been looking at the screen on my camera instead of looking at the lens. My fault. I'm not looking at your eyes. My fault. But yeah, she was known for like being crazy. So people would do like stuff to her a lot to make her give that reaction that she was known for giving. This school was set up like this. The 6th graders, it was like a pod. We had like basically our own section of the building. Maybe like 20 classes in that pod. They was just all like in a big square. So sometimes when you get in trouble, you'll get sent out into the pod. Sometimes they have chairs and tables and stuff in the middle. So sometimes you'll get sent out there if you get sent out of class. Yeah, she would a lot of the times get sent out of there. So keep in mind, most of the people in the class knew about John having the BB gun. If somebody had made her mad, I don't know, she was doing one of her little temper tantrums again. Everybody was just watching her, enjoying it like every time she would do that. What I think it was, I think she was joking back and forth with somebody. I think they had said something that she ain't like, and she started going into her little temper tantrum. What I mean when I say her temper tantrums, what she would always do was she would like just scream and like just yell, turn red. She was having one of her little episodes. That's what they be saying, the white people be saying. She was having one of her little episodes. That's one of the things that entertained us. She was like, nobody was brave enough to like just scream and cuss out loud in front of like the teacher and stuff. We was all cussing, but we weren't brave enough to like cuss at people, scream and cuss at people in the classroom. And I don't know what her people was doing to her at home, but she was a little off. I'm gonna make up a name for her so I don't keep saying she. I don't know if that was her pronouns or not, but that wasn't popular back then. I'm gonna say Terry. So Terry, she's always throw temper tantrums a lot. So usually what would make somebody that mad back then was their mama getting talked about. I guess he had said something about her mama, something personal, and she had got mad, started throwing one of her little temper tantrums. Now I remember who made her mad, because duh, this is the whole point of the story. Who made her mad was John. I don't know why he picked this day to decide to do that, and he knew what he had. I guess I was the smartest one in the room. I guess he wasn't thinking about this. I mean, it was a couple people going back and forth with her, but John was the main one. So he made her mad. They was arguing back and forth. How the classroom would be, it would be like different groups. We had the group who actually did their work. We had the group who, what we used to do, just talk, joke around, goof, but we'll still get our work done, but it would be like slowly, and we'll have to go into the next day or finish for homework. And it would be like a group that's like interacting with the teacher, joking, because we had this class, it was like a cool teacher, so it'd be like the group that'll interact with the teacher, joking and stuff. So it was different sections going on. We didn't hear each other group because it wasn't like quiet in the room. It was her crashing out. And of course, everybody was paying attention to her after she started screaming and stuff. The teacher had called the assistant principal like they usually do. And the assistant principal, her room was like right outside of the pod. So they had called her, and she took her out the classroom and put her outside in the pod. I don't know why would she do this, but she came and took her and just put her out in the hallway. I don't know if y'all witnessed this before, but it was a whole bunch of black kids. So you know what happened when she got took out in the hallway? A whole bunch of people all of a sudden had to use the bathroom. Some people, I guess, would try to see if she okay. Some people would try to go make her even more mad because they enjoyed watching her perform. Somebody had went out there, one of the people who like watching her performances, they had went out in the hallway and they went to go basically talk to her and like basically get an inside scoop. They had went out there, I don't know what they said to her. They went to the bathroom, and a couple minutes later they came back from the bathroom and they came in the room. They came to the group I was in. We were still joking around, talking about the flash out episode she just had. The person who decided to go to the bathroom, they came in and gave us some bad news. Terry threatened to go to the assistant principal and tell about the BB gun that John had. You probably predicted that was gonna happen. John started panicking. I even started panicking because I was scared for John. I didn't know what was gonna happen to him. You know, they take that type of stuff. I remember somebody got expelled for bringing a Nerf gun to school. You can't bring even if it's a toy weapon, you can't bring it to school. I can only imagine what was about to happen to him for having a BB gun in school. Something that resembled a real gun. Smart survive, Celsius. He immediately started panicking. The idea he came up with to ask me to put the gun in my locker. Me being a good friend, what you think I did? I accepted his offer to put the gun in my locker. So what I was gonna do was, for the people who watch Power, Think of me like Tariq. I was always like all right, so we gonna do this how we gonna do it. I told him to actually go to the bathroom. I told him the combination to my locker. I gave him my book bag. I told him to go to my locker and put the gun inside my book bag and put it in my locker because I didn't want him to put it in. See, I was thinking, that's why I said compare me to Tariq St. Patrick. If he go put the whole book bag in my locker, that would be stupid because everybody know he had a book bag. Even the assistant principal, it's a possibility that she could have been paying attention to him and seen that he had a book bag. And plus, he bring a book bag every day, so it would have been just a coincidence that he get told on for having a BB gun in his book bag, and then all of a sudden his book bag disappeared. So I told him to go I gave him my bag, I told him to go put the BB gun inside of my locker in my book bag. Then I instantly got nervous because it's like, now I'm involved in it. Now what if it get caught in my locker, in my book bag? Now they're gonna think it's mine. This was our second class that we was in, our math class. So we still had the whole day to go through, and I was gonna have a BB gun in my book bag the whole day. So now fast forward to lunch. We were scared all day that she was gonna tell it was in my locker. So if she would have told and they would have went and searched like the whole pod and searched every locker and searched every book bag, then I would have been fucked. I would have been expelled. So we was at lunch, and what I told John to do was go up to her. He was like a little bit relieved because it was in my locker now. So I'm thinking ahead. I'm like, you ain't about to just put it in my locker and think your problem solved. No, your problem not solved. She was still a little bit mad at lunch because she was sitting by herself. I told him to go up to her. I said, do whatever you gotta do. Get cool with her. Go like make sure y'all cool so she don't like be mad and finally decide to go tell. So all I seen was him go over and sit down where she was sitting at. I seen the madness in her face. It looked like she was about to cry. I seen him go sit down, and I seen her instantly get up and walk out the cafeteria. So I'm like, oh yeah, she about to go tell. We gotta get that gun out of my locker. So he came back to the table, and I was like, yeah, we gotta get that gun out of my locker because she about to go tell. He was bold enough to bring a BB gun to school, which tells me that his parents, they ain't care about what he did. But I wasn't even thinking about bringing no gun to school. My mama would've. What I was thinking like was, at least if he get expelled, his people ain't gonna care. I said, you gonna have to go get that. They were strict about us leaving lunch. I think she stormed out and nobody seen her, but they were strict about us leaving the cafeteria. Find a way to get out this cafeteria, ask to go to the bathroom, act like it's an emergency or something, because they were strict. And go get that out my locker, and you do whatever you gotta do with it. He went to go get it out my locker. Lunch was over, he didn't ever come back to lunch. We get back to the classroom, he didn't come back to the classroom. I guess he left the school, I guess he snuck out the school, but we was like in last period, and a security guard came to my class and pulled me out of class. I was like, yeah, she definitely told. I got pulled into the guidance counselor office. The security guard took me to the guidance counselor office. They asked me where was John at. I was like, I don't know, I ain't seen him since lunch. They said somebody, like I wouldn't know who it was. So they told me somebody said that he had something that he wasn't supposed to in the school. So I don't know if she told them what it was or if she told them exactly what they said. He had something that he wasn't supposed to. My heart dropped when they said that. For the people that don't know, I'm an actor right now. Even in 6th grade, I was good at acting. So I was always a good liar. I always been that. So I had to start acting. I was acting like I didn't know. I had to act like I didn't know. I had to play clueless. An idea popped in my head that can get him out this situation and just end this situation right here. So what I did was, because everybody had to write statements about what had happened in the class earlier while she was throwing a temper tantrum and stuff, instantly I came up with an idea. I said to myself, she was mad earlier, so I can use that to my advantage. What I did was I told them, even though they said somebody, I said, I know who told y'all this information. And the reason she told y'all this was because she was mad earlier. And of course they started questioning me about why she was mad. So I told them she was mad earlier because she was getting into arguments with everybody in the class and she was starting stuff. And I told them that she always starting stuff in the classroom. So that's the reason why she was getting into it with people in the classroom. I told them that's the reason why she came to y'all and made up a lie. I cooked them with this one. I said, yeah, she lied. She was mad at everybody in the classroom because she was starting stuff with everybody in the classroom. She was just mad at him in particular because they was the two that was like really into it. So she came in here and made up a lie about it. They instantly pulled her in the office with me. Now I know she told them that it was a BB gun because when they pulled her in, they was like,
so did you see him with the BB gun?
and she was like, no, but I heard everybody talking about it. So they instantly look at me. I look straight in the assistant principal's eyes and I say, I didn't hear anybody talking about a BB gun. I didn't hear anything. Matter of fact, I don't even think John is into guns. He's not that type of person, Your Honor. They just had an argument and I think that's why she's mad. I think, basically manipulated. That's why I said compare me to Tariq St. Patrick. Yeah, I think she just mad because they was arguing and people was like laughing at his jokes. The assistant principal, she blew her breath and she like,
So, do you know where John went?
I made this up. He didn't actually say it. I made this up. I was like, so, I mean, he did tell me that he was leaving early today. She called up to the office and said, so, did John leave early? They said he did leave early. So, I'm guessing that worked out perfect, because I'm guessing what he did was, I'm guessing he probably told somebody, like his dad or like his big brother or something, come get him, come check him out or something. So yeah, it ended off with them thinking she was lying, having one of her crazy episodes. They sent me back to class. I mean, I did see her the next day. She didn't even actually know if he had a BB gun or not. She went off thinking like maybe people was lying about him having it, or maybe it was like a joke or something. So she didn't actually know if he had it or not. John came back to school the next day. I told him what I did. I told him that she went to go tell. I could have got caught with the gun, could have got expelled, would have got killed at home probably. And this was like kind of towards the end of the school year, so that's probably why they was a little bit, they didn't really go deep into like investigating. So I came in like the middle of the school year, and this happened like a couple weeks after I was in the school already. And that is the story time about the time I had to hide a gun in school. And comment down below if I should do more story times. I know y'all like the last one. I decided to get into something else other than pranks, because pranks was getting me in trouble. I almost went to jail because of a prank. And let me know if y'all want that story time too, but I don't really even want to talk about that. Oh, one more thing. Sponsored by Celsius.
I hear the shit. Chopper go.